Welcome to the Kick and Post YouTube channel and podcast with your host, Amal Thompson and Chris Perry. And we're going into the conference championship matchups for the NFL this weekend. Big weekend. NFC championship game looking at Detroit versus San Fran up there in San Francisco. And we're going to go to the bank with this next game as well. Kansas City to play Baltimore in B-More. How are you doing today, Chris?
Good. It's been a really good day. Really exciting weekend ahead of us. It's me some historic football. I feel it. It's in the air. So I'm excited.
Let's get started with the, in my opinion, highest scoring matchup that we'll have this week. Out there in San Fran, we're looking at a San Francisco defense looking to prove itself against a Jared Goff-led Detroit team up there in San Fran this week. Brock Purdy looking to make an appearance to the Super Bowl as Mr. Relevant. And then Jared Goff looking to redeem himself and make it to another Super Bowl with a whole different team, whole different roster. What's your thoughts on this game coming up?
A lot of narratives to be fixed is what I see. Because the narrative is Jared Goff got carried to the Super Bowl last time he was there. Now he has a chance to literally lead his team. It's really on his shoulders, if they do or not. And then same thing with the 49ers. They always make it this far and something happens. Or some other hurdle or something other than football really happens. So it's like someone's going to be right this weekend. Someone's like, okay, when we're healthy, we can actually do this. Or, okay, Jared Goff is actually a top 10, top 5 QB in this league still at a high level. And that's what I'm excited for on that side. But what about you?
Me personally, I'm all about this Gibbs performance against this defense. We saw Aaron Jones go crazy against the defense running wise. I know this defense was pretty solid on the run for most of the year, but Aaron Jones was able to get off of it. And against this 1-2 punch of David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs, even though we see Jared Goff as the guy who could lead this team to the Super Bowl, he could really play handoff a lot this weekend with two very capable backs. They could control time of possession. And we might have to see him make too many big plays if they're able to control the clock. And I mean, one of the better run blocking teams that we have in the league as well, that could really play a factor. You can't win the game if you don't have the ball. So we'll see if Detroit will be able to control the time of possession. And on the other side, Brock Purdy's going to have to make some throws. This defense flies around a bit. They are susceptible to giving up a lot of yardage, but they play takeaway as well. We saw them take the ball away from Baker, I think, twice last week. Aiden Hutchinson coming off the edge, playing very well. You know, Anzalone making tackles in the middle of the field, and Chauncey Gardner coming back at the right time. So it'll see who will be able to impose their will on the offense and who will be able to avoid the terrible turnovers on the other end as well. So I'm very excited to see how this pans out.
Yeah, man. Like you said, it should be the highest scoring game of the weekend. It should be fireworks from both sides, offense, defense. I'm expecting plays everywhere. And this is like where it should be, the apex of the season, like where it feels like it's about to be Super Bowl. I feel like I don't know who's gonna win. Like everyone at this point has a legitimate shot to win, and that's, I feel like, been rare, and especially in these last couple of years where you see the Chiefs dominate year after year, and this is a different year for the Chiefs. Like they don't have that home field this time for the championship game, you know. So a little different. Same thing on the other side with Detroit. They have a chance to write their history. I think this could be their second appearance, or I think it's like their second appearance to the championship game. Do you know?
I'm not 100% sure, but I know it would be their first Super Bowl berth.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, if they win this game.
Like it's been like lifetime since someone's seen the Lions in this position. So it's a really exciting time. Same thing with the Bay Area. I know they've been trying to get back there, trying to prove themselves. I got 2 49er fans who I know are going to lose everything, and it's like they have so many championships under their belt, and it's like it's just another one, and it feels like the first one all over again. It's like I'm just so excited for this weekend because it's like we don't really know till we know.
We don't, and I think I've swayed back and forth on it. I mean, of course, this defense out there in Detroit has some heavy hitters over there. Offense with a ton of weapons, but if there's ever a team to match up weapons wise, you're looking at it it's like a younger version of the Niners essentially on the other side of the field, right? I mean, you got Sam Laporta to the George Kittle. You got Amon-Ra St. Brown. to the Brandon Ayuk over there. Essentially, they're two fairly young players as well. You do have CMC, but you have Jahmyr Gibbs, who presents a lot of the same issues CMC does, right? You got Trent Williams as their best offensive lineman on the Niners side. But if you look across the field, Penei Sewell is playing well too. It's just crazy how much, parallels there are between both these teams. I think it will make for a very great matchup. If you're asking me to make a pick, I will be taking Detroit. Sorry,
why'd you say that? Stop. I was on that at 8 a.m. It is now 9 p.m. and I got the Niners, baby. Debo's active. Yeah.
That's all I need to know. Active. I know Debo's active, but I'm a strong believer that this Detroit team will be able to, play with some intensity and really go after it and do what's necessary to pull out a win out there in San Fran. It's a tough environment to play in.
Real tough.
But I think they'll get the job done.
Yeah. No, I'm not upset. If the Lions win, I'm happy. If the 49ers win, I'm just as happy. I might be slightly happier. But I just got the 49ers. I just really think after that Chase Young hiccup, it solidifies everything if everybody plays. That's why I need Debo to show up. That's why I need Kittle to show up. I still need CMC to show up. Whole game. I'm not worried. But of course, like you said, if Debo gets banged up again, he's not.
It changes the complexity of the game a great deal.
Great deal. Because the Lions do have playmakers. The defense has looked a lot better, especially in the games where they needed most towards the back end. So even last week, Chauncey Gardner talked his shit all week. And then comes up and makes a play. Mike Evans did give him the play, but he still made it. So all I'm saying is 49ers are still going to win. That's what I'm saying. But good football.
Okay. So how do you see this game shaping up in terms of props? If you think the Niners, who are on Hard Rock, shouts out to Florida, minus 350 odds, a 7-point favorite, what's some of the fun props you're looking at? Obviously, there's some anytime touchdown scorers out there. Do you think Debo gets a touchdown in his return to the field after playing not much of the game last week?
I do, because he's still that gadget player. He's going to get some reverse, some handoff, some quick action just to let him operate in space. So if it's the right matchup at the right time, I think he can cap on that. But to pivot off what you said earlier, I like Lions' strategy of controlling the ball, controlling clock, controlling ground in order to win, because the 49ers are an explosive team. They are a big play team. So the less time they have with the ball, the less chances they're going to get, of course. So that's going to be the Lions' strategy, is what you said. So over on rushing for both running backs, why would I not? We've seen it before.
And it's really a good line. I mean, David Montgomery's at 43.5, Jahmyr Gibbs at 49.5. We watched, like I said, Aaron Jones go for 118. Granted, a lot of that was on a 59-yard rush, but
that's Gibbs. And then Montgomery would chip his away for sure. Probably cash in the first half, to be honest.
I can see that. One of my favorite props is Jahmyr Gibbs over 3.5 receptions as well. When in doubt, dump it off, man. And at plus 105, I feel like it's a very good prop with a lot of juice. To get that at plus money against the Niners defense, who likes to get after the quarterback, he's going to have to get rid of that ball fast. And don't get me wrong, Amon-Ra is really good at getting the ball quickly, getting open, getting in space, and Laporta is a good option as well. I like his reception line. I just feel like you get the ball out in space, you get it to your most electric player, and you see what you can do out there, I also like his over on receiving. So, but not to get too enthralled in this matchup, let's hop into the most important one of the week.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about the boys.
Lamar. Speaking to you directly, Lamar. I need you to do this. I do. I'm not a Chiefs hater by any means.
I am.
I'm not a Chiefs hater. I understand why you are.
We all are to a degree. It's in there. You just gotta search it. You gotta find it. There's always a reason to hate the Chiefs.
But this team is not fun to watch this year. They're not. And for an entertaining Super Bowl, as a Jags fan who has no dog in the race, I would love to see Lamar, 32nd pick of the first round, alleged athlete, not quarterback, play on the biggest stage with a great defense. Lamar is prime time, and to see him in the Super Bowl would be electric. And I feel like he's done enough in the regular season and I'd love to see him prove it on the big stage. OBJ in another Super Bowl. Will he get a chance to rectify the, potential Super Bowl MVP he could have won with the Rams? That's a good storyline as well. Not having to watch Taylor Swift anymore. And I don't mean to jump on the bandwagon of the Taylor Swift hate, but the NFL did this to me. I was okay with it at first. It was fun. Taylor Swift's out there. She vibing.
Hey,
She's watching her man.
Get your bag.
Right?
Get your
it was
bag.
cool. But when I saw them do the swag wave, because that was not the swag surf, right? And them credit them for the viral dance, the swag surf, when they're just up there consistently getting TV time when there's football happening on the field, it got annoying. And I can only imagine what the Super Bowl will be if Kansas City makes it.
No, you know what it's going to be. I think Usher's performing the halftime show, and then
Sure
Taylor's
is.
performing every other quarter. And she's just going to show up on the TV and just, do her thing. But come on, we need Lamar to step up.
I need Lamar to step up. The only
he's gonna show
prop
up.
that
He's
is
gonna
free
show up.
this weekend, and you could quote me.
What? Okay.
Lamar over 64.5 rushing.
That's free?
Free. And you know why
Okay.
it's free?
I'm testing you. What?
He's trying to win.
Yeah.
He's trying to win.
I hope so.
And the one thing that is certain in this world is Lamar and his legs. That Chiefs defense gave up about, 58, 59 to Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Easily. Josh Allen could have gone for way more. That was an easy 59-58 to Josh Allen. Lamar ran for 100 last week. If I could do an alternate line, I would take him for 100 again this week. Zay Flowers is still developing. Mark Andrews is being designated to come off IR. He might be on the field this week.
He will.
Of course, Isaiah Likely out there, OBJ out there, Nelson Aguilar out there, Rashad Bateman out there. But none of these guys, in my opinion, are elite wide receiver one talent yet. Zay is on his way.
Yeah.
And a half healthy Mark Andrews is not that guy. And Isaiah Likely has flashes of greatness. But when all else breaks down, what I can depend on is Lamar taking that ball and going. Lamar rushing touchdown feels free to me as well.
That's free.
I feel like that is super free as well. Give me that.
Guaranteed.
Honestly, Lamar 2 rushing touchdowns? Getting spicy,
Lamar,
but
everything. Lamar,
I might be there
first
too.
touchdown.
I might be there too. Lamar first touchdown, Lamar last touchdown. Right?
Yeah.
On the Chiefs side, I do like Patrick Mahomes rushing yards as well. Because this Ravens defense,
what are those at?
If I'm not mistaken, is 26.5.
He be scabbing like that, or
He'd be scooting. He'd be scooting and rumbling and tumbling, but it doesn't look as fluid. It looks a little bit funny, but it gets the job done. And against this defense, he is going to have to scoot and skedaddle. Yep, it's 26.5. I'm too good at this. Right?
No,
I
you have a
think.
problem. Okay.
Relax. I think.
1-800.
Chill out.
Help.
I think this man is going to have to evade these linebackers. And I think this defensive line is going to try to apply that pressure as well. Obviously, that's their job. But, the Jadeveon Clowneys of the world. Is it Michael Owe?
I don't know.
The Penn State long defensive lineman. He might be out there. Patrick Queen and Roquan Smith obviously might have a little bit of, blitz packages involved. Travis Kelce is 6 receptions away from having the most postseason catches in NFL history. His line is over 5.5. Vegas knows what they're doing. Is it a trap? Might be, but I'm falling for it. Give me Travis Kelce over 5.5 receptions. Right?
1-800.
1-800. I don't care what you say, but I'm just here to give you guys the props, man. I'm just here to give you guys the props, right? In my heart of hearts, I'm taking the Ravens. Do I think they win? Yes. Do I think they have the better team? Yes. But does that Kermit sounding, curly-haired quarterback on the other side of the field give me a reason to pause?
Not worried.
He does.
The Ravens will get it done. The Ravens are the
only team. But the Bills were
team
supposed to get it done last week.
That are A1. But the Bills have been fraudulent in the last month. The Ravens have been on point.
They have.
1 point.
But let's not get it twisted. That Ravens offense looked pretty bad for 3 quarters last week.
Yeah, and what the Chiefs? How many touchdowns they scored last week? I think 1.5.
You're right. Not many. Not many.
If that.
But you have one quarterback who's won 2 Super Bowls and been to 3. Then you have one quarterback that before this postseason, that was the biggest question on his resume. Can he do it?
I'm not looking at history. I'm looking at this year. And this year, even last week, the Chiefs have not looked great. The Ravens looked great last week. Great. That's all I have to say. Like their top is better than the Chiefs' top in the last year for sure. And you can even argue last year as well if they were playing on this level. But they're a different team, just like the Chiefs are a different team. And I wish the Chiefs would be better, but they're missing the piece that they were missing week 1 as well, and that's the number 1 receiver. Rashee Rice is great.
Yeah,
he's great. He's almost there, but he's not. I mean, would you bet on that? Would you bet on him to like 6 catches, 100 yards this week? I feel like that's really good odds. But like,
asking me if I would bet on something is kind of a trick question.
You get what I'm saying. I hope it's gonna happen. I'm not expecting it to happen. When you have
the
a number 1,
only thing I have faith in is Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes stepping up.
That's the thing. I don't even got faith in that
stomping around. I don't got faith in Kelce. It's the postseason, and they showed it last week. It's the postseason, and they showed it last week. They found their groove.
Yes.
They played well. Yeah. The only thing is that this is one of the worst linebacking cores for them to go against in this situation. Patrick Queen's a big linebacker. Not the fastest, not the quickest movement in terms of hip motion. But Roquan Smith covers up for that angle. And they have solid DBs, right? It'll be Kyle Hamilton kind of stepping up as the big DB to cover a little bit of Travis Kelce and past the linebackers. But even the linebacking core is going to give issues, right? But I just believe that these two, they're going to find a way. They're going to find a way to cause trouble.
Yeah.
But give me Lamar and his legs. Give me Lamar and his legs.
Hater, so...
If you take Lamar and his legs to win and pair it with the Lions to win, that is plus 448 the last time I checked. $25 wins you about 180.
I'm not gonna lie to you. You sold me on the Lions. Like I heard the passion in your voice earlier, and I'm convinced. I'm on your side again. I'm a
believer.
I believe. I gotta bet on my boy Gibby.
It's about Gibbs. It's about the changing of the guard. It's about the next utility knife that's in the league right now, right? So if you sprinkle with both those guys, now it's plus 463. 25 wins you 140. I'm not saying you should do that, but if you decide to, it's not a bad payout.
This is not financial advice.
This is not financial advice.
Not financial advice.
Not financial advice at all. But what I will tell you, Jahmyr Gibbs over receptions or over receiving yards.
Yeah.
And Lamar rushing yards or Lamar rushing touchdown. Pair those in any formulation you want.
We're good to go.
And get your bread, right? Hopefully this is just a great weekend in general of football. That's what we really root for. Obviously, we have a Cincinnati fan on one side of the field, Jags fan on the other side. We don't really care. We're down.
I care. I want Lamar to get his ring. If we're not competing, I'm Team Lamar. I'm not going for the Ravens, but I am going for Lamar.
Team Lamar. I'm about it.
Team Lamar.
They're gonna get a Super Bowl out of me.
Get it done. Yeah, I'm with it. OBJ get another one. I'm with it. That's it. Everybody else, but I'll block that out. But yeah.
Did you do something bad on camera?
Yeah, I shot the birds for the birds, man.
We're trying to go global. You better cut that out. You better blur that.
I will. Yeah, I will.
You better blur that. Any final thoughts, Chris?
Honestly, enjoy the weekend. Enjoy the weekend because we got 3 more weeks and then it's gone. As quick as it was here, it's gone.
And as soon as we're done with the Super Bowl, we ain't gone. We about to turn up. We say this so often.
Oh, no. Football's gone, but we're just getting started. So
we're just getting
started.
We're gonna help you guys figure out a lot of things when this football season's over. We're gonna figure out a lot of things, a lot of debates to be had. Yeah. It's gonna be an exciting time. Yeah. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for watching. A lot of you guys tuned into our divisional matchups a little bit after the games, but you heard our takes. We weren't too far off. And we will be getting this out to you before the conference final matchup. So if you want to tell some of our plays, it will be there. This is not financial advice, but hopefully you guys, if you want to dabble, you can dabble, have a little bit of fun.
Yeah.
This has been Kick and Post. Conference final matchups. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for tuning in. And we'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.